yesterday too. Barbecue. So he's our resident cook for my party. If y'all coming, I know Dontez didn't come to the last one, so hopefully he come to my birthday party because it's my birthday.
I'm sure it is.
All right. So he said, Jason said he's gonna cook. He said he's gonna wear a thong while he cooks too.
I did not say that. I do not wear thongs. I don't even own one.
Okay. Well, we'll try to work something out.
Jockstrap.
Jockstrap.
What I need that for?
Small breaks with a wedgie. No command.
All right. Let's see where we're at. Say your name and 2 people. What? Okay.
Where?
All right.
I'm still in this norm. This always gonna be a dominant and submissive. Ooh. So, in my opinion, no matter if you 2 males, there's somebody's gonna be on the bottom. And I feel
on the bottom.
I feel that there's certain roles that a bottom should do versus there certain roles that a top should do. That's just my opinion.
Are we talking about?
I want to say I'm gonna check them, but you know, I mean, there's times.
Check them how?
I mean, I just think there's certain rules and regulations. I think like a bottom should play a bottom row, and a top should play a top row. Okay. One should never cheat, and if you cheat, you trifling as fuck.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you guys for tuning in to Culture Club. It is Tuesday, and we all know by now that every Tuesday Culture Club brings you a new episode. If you haven't tuned in to any of the other episodes of Culture Club Atlanta, you need to get into it. We always give you good commentary on awesome topics and great discussions on controversial topics. We make you laugh and we make you want to punch some of us. Yes, some of us. We're trying to make this show bigger than what it is now. A lot of you guys are watching us internationally and locally, and we really appreciate it, but we want everyone who is anyone to get into Culture Club. So we need your help. It starts by sharing this video. Take the link, hit that share button, and share it on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. Wherever you have social media, share it. Speak about our episodes. Speak about Culture Club to your friends and family. Great conversation, great table talk. Click that thumbs up button, leave comments, and be like we are, bold and blunt. We're trying to make this a live show on stage and or possibly a show on television. But we need your support, we need the views, and we need you to share. Spread the word of Culture Club. Now, let's get into this particular episode. I can't subscribe to the concept of me being with a woman. It will never happen. The only reason why I had sex with that female when I had sex with that female because a guy was in the room and we did a threesome and we ran a train on her. That's it. It's just not, for me, sex is not that fluid to where one day I'm gonna feel like this and one day I'm gonna feel like that and who knows and we'll see. And none of this is because I was sexual. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in to ACONNECTIONTV, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to Culture Club. Like we always do on every starter of the episode, we are going to reintroduce ourselves starting from our left to our right. I always start with you. State your name and 2 people you would have a threesome with.
Ooh. On the panel. My name is
Deandre. On the panel.
Oh crap. So my name is Deandre, and 2 people I would have a threesome with. It'll be David and Chris.
All right. You know he like Chris. Boy.
My name is Chris. 2 people on the panel I would have a threesome with is Jason and Dontez.
My name Dontez, and 2 people will be David, Wesley, and Chris.
That's a foursome.
That's a foursome.
You like hey, little orgy question.
Somebody gonna get tired.
My name is Wesley, and the 2 people I would threesome with would be David and Dontez.
My name is Levi Eric. I'm feeling very unloved right now, so I'm gonna say myself and myself.
Oh, all right.
That's not an honest truth though, but.
My name is David, and the 2 people
on this lovely panel that I would have a threesome with would be Dontez and Jason.
All right. Well, did you feel that?
Did you?
No. No.
You want to feel something?
My name is Jason, and if I was to have a threesome with 3 people, with anyone sitting up here, it would probably be Levi.
Oh yes, I got one.
And Chris.
All right.
This particular episode, the first topic that we're going to talk about is we can't control what happens to us. We can only control our attitudes. And that is, there's a quote that I always, or try to live by 9 times out of 10. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. I think that we as human beings are very emotional. Some of us like to say that we're not, but all of us are extremely emotional creatures. And so how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys feel that you have control over your attitudes, or do you feel like you always allow your attitudes to get the best of you?
I think it gets the best of me at times. I know I have an anger problem against negative people. It's just, I hate negativity. I hate disappointment. I hate when somebody's talking crap and they're taunting you. People can easily say, just let it go. Well, you can let it go, but if that person antagonizes you, what happens when you keep provoking a pit bull? They're gonna bite. And that's just the bottom line. I'm still a man at the end of the day, and I still got principles, and you still gonna respect me as a man. And you can, again, I can let certain things go, but if you keep pushing, you're gonna get exactly what you're not asking for, or asking for. I'm sorry.
All right. Next.
Okay. I personally feel like you can control a lot. A lot of what I like to think about is really what can I control, what can't I control, and I look at people and like human behavior in situations as kind of like being like almost like a puzzle in a sense. I think like people, they are, when you meet them, you get the tip of the iceberg. Everything that happened to them that day, their financial situation, their family situation, all these things that don't even really, I can't even conceptualize at that moment, are going on when I meet that person. And so for me to take whatever they say that day, however they deliver it, you know, as for something to be personal to me, then it would have to be something they've never said at any other point in time in any way. And I think that people who are nasty or who are confrontational, they have the disposition, and they are that way to a lot of different people. So, you know, I'm not going to, you know, feel like I have to be combative. I feel like I'm off the question. What was it? Control what?
We can't control what happens to us. We can only control our attitudes. So.
Right. So yeah. So as it comes to people, that's my spiel. When it comes to like life and circumstances as well, there's a lot of different lessons that happen, you know, with situations and with jobs and stuff. And I have to ask myself, am I repeating the same lesson that I've already learned or that I know? And then, you know, if it's outside of that realm, then I just try to figure out how can I use that energy to push me forward.
Levi?
Well, first, I want to go back to the first question because I feel like I cheated, and I want to say Jason and Chris. Because you got me thinking about it.
Yeah.
Excuse me if you hear a thump on the table. Okay, what was the question again?
It says we can't control what happens to us, we can only control our attitudes.
Okay, I disagree with that because I feel like you can't control your attitude, or at least I can't control mine in some extreme situations.
Give an example.
I mean, it's just something that I struggle with. Sometimes something will happen, let's say at work. I'm thinking of a situation now where a ton of stress and tension just builds up to this point where an incident happens, and then I have a response that's maybe a little too emotional or too strong that in hindsight I wish I would have handled differently, but in the moment I just couldn't control my attitude.
So, are you the type of person that will sit in that space, or are you the type of person that can say, you know what, I think my day-to-day will be better if I'm happier, so let me flip that? And are you able to control changing your attitude for the better of yourself throughout the day? Or are you that person that sits in the funk?
I guess I sit in the funk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason?
I like to say, I think with age, I think I got a lot more mature. Because at a younger age, like in my early 20s, mid 20s, I probably would lash out. You know, my attitude would just take over. I'm that guy that got to have the last word in every situation. I will argue from beginning to end. You could ask my grandmother that. But I think it comes with age, and when you start noticing that, like, and you start acquiring things, you start owning things. You know, or not so much things, but it's just things that come into your life that, okay, me acting out this way could affect this, and I like having this, or I like how this is. So when you put yourself in those situations, or those situations present themselves where it's something you can't so much control that person, but you can control how you react, my best thing is always leave. You know what I'm saying? I had an incident in my house when, you know, somebody got loud with me inside my house. I said, respect my house. They said, fuck respecting your house. Okay. At that point, I'm boiling on the inside, but what I'm not going to do is give that person any of that energy. Okay, you know what? You got to go. Everything that you're saying, yeah, carry all that shit outside a house you don't own. So keep on pushing. So, I mean, you just got to know at the stage of your life where you're at and where you're trying to go, and if that, and looking at that person too, like where they're like that, or what possibly transpired in their day, their life that makes them that way. I can't control how you act, but you know what? I'm out of here, deuces.
So you're saying that or are you saying that you fully have control over your attitude, and through your day-to-day, if something catastrophic happens in your life that would normally make a regular person feel sad and down, are you that type of person that sits in that funk all the day, or throughout the day, or are you able to say, you know what, I don't want to be in this space, let me fix this and become happier?
I'm not going to sit in the funk. If I got a problem with you, I'm going to address it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, if you can't move past it, that's fine. You're not going to affect my day. I'm going to keep doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? If I make this person smile, I make that person smile, I make that person smile, that person smile, that person smile. You the only one up here with a problem? You're the least of my worries. So I'm going to continue doing what I got to do for this person, that person, that person, that person. Because in the end, if I'm happy with pleasing others, and that's all that gives me joy, hey, then so be it. You could go ahead and take 10 steps back and let me continue doing what I have to do for them.
Dontez?
I would say today, I'll say about 90% I can control my attitude. Like he was saying, I used to be where I had to have the last word, but now I'm more laid back and listen. I think as older you get, the more knowledge the more you listen, the more knowledge you will attain. So to me now, I'm the type of person, you can't control the thoughts that come in your head, but you can't control how I'm on the stage. So when I hear negative things, I turn that negative thing into a positive, because some things as negative can't help you. For example, let's say you say my breath stink. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm like, oh, you a hater, but my breath could be stinking. So to me, you took into consideration, okay, maybe he could be right. I mean, it sounds stupid, but I mean, so what I'm saying is,
everybody's subconscious.
No, but what I'm saying,
advertising orbit.
I think he said that for a reason. Somebody up here in breath stank. He said that for a reason.
No, but so I'm just saying, as the older you get, you gotta change the negative thinking to a positive thing. But also know that sometimes negative comments could help you at the end. Like, for example, when you was talking about, you used to be skinny, people used to make fun of you, you took that negative and you went to the gym, you turned that negative into a positive. So that was it was wrong for what they said, but you flip it around to a good thing, which right. I commend you on that.
Appreciate it. Okay. I like your shirt, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool shirt. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like I can kind of pull from both ends of the spectrum. I feel like just as easily as we all have like breaking points and triggers and things that set us off, we also have a point where we could reel it back in and realize, what you need to focus on. I'm a Gemini, so I have like my little bipolar moments.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
Well, we own it though. That's why we're the best. Everybody else is trying to paint a perfect picture. But no. But anyway, so I think it's like, I'm gonna piggyback on what he said. It comes with a lot with like maturity and learning who you are and knowing those triggers. So when things arise, you can recognize it. Like if I have an antagonistic person, I'm not gonna put too much energy in it because I know I'm gonna go the fuck off on them. So I kind of just consciously pull back from that type of situation.
What do you guys say to the young audience, the young crowd out there? Because you know, back in my gay days, nobody taught me what being gay was like. Nobody taught me how to be a man and be gay. Nobody taught me how to be a black man, be gay, and be free. I had to find my own way, if you will. So how do we let the young viewers out there that are watching someone that they can adopt similar connections with despite their differences from this panel to be happy? How do we explain to them the ways of being happy in today's world? Social media and everything. Difficult, huh? Difficult. Difficult.
No, I would say this younger generation, they need to pace themselves. When we were growing up, I mean, I think for the most part everybody over here is above 30. But when we was coming up in the gay, okay, close to. But when we was coming up in the, you know, the gay world, we paced ourselves. We didn't have the advances of social media applications that, you know, had connected. Shit, we had, what was it? The party line? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so with this generation, is they have everything so quickly at their fingertips that it's just no regards for other things that we admire about the gay community. You know what I'm saying? I think the younger generation focus mostly is on, you know, sex. At least that's what I see.
Well, sex and competition.
Sex, drugs, and competition, I guess. With who? Each other?
Yeah.
I guess. But
that's what I see in the younger crowd.
I see that mostly now in our generation.
Really?
With competing with the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? Why are we trying to, you know, be like them when it should be the other way around? You know what I'm saying?
I think both sides exist. What you said and what he said both exist. I think it just stems from what you want to accomplish in life and what space you feel that you should be living in for yourself. If you're young and you're gay, and let's say if you're young and you're gay and you're not necessarily out and you're trying to find yourself and you're trying to find a balance in being happy, for me, my young age, like we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have any of that stuff. So I knew that I couldn't be open and out, and I was never really open and out. You know, I had to learn how to play basketball, I had to learn how to play football and all of that. But my resolve through that came at the age of 16 going to 17 when I realized what money could do for you. And it afforded me my own apartment, and I moved out. And I wasn't trapped in my parents' rules and regulations or my mother's rules and regulations because it was a single parent household. And at that point, for me, I discovered the online chats and what, you know, I could talk to a dude in another state. What? Oh shit! So that was me all day long, and I was finding my gayness in that world. As far as today y'all got a lot of shit going on. I don't really understand y'all. 19, getting banged out by 5 dicks. 20, living, not living at home and being in, I guess they call houses and stuff. Like, I don't know that new world. And some of y'all that watch, well, for me it's new. I don't know. I didn't know that existed when I was around.
Burning came out early 19. Anyone seen Paris is Burning? Yeah,
he mentioned it in one of the videos, but I still to this day don't know anything about that life. But I see a lot of these guys on their IG stories and stuff, just dancing, you know, twerking ass and drinking and smoking weed. And for me, a level of happiness comes with self-identification, finding out who you are and who you want to be, and sitting in that space. If that's who you are and who you want to be and that makes you happy, rock on all day long. I'm not here to tell you that it's wrong or indifferent, but at the same time, just find out who that is for yourself and commit to it, and then be happy, not caring about what anybody else thinks. Because for me, I really don't care what anybody else thinks. And
hold on, now you can't tell a younger generation don't care what nobody else thinks. I think we're at that point where we can kind of, you know, be in that mindset of don't care what other people think. Okay, I won't care what you think about me. You. But the younger generation, if you like, I see a lot of shit. It's not that I don't see it. It's like I've experienced, even when I was coming up, a lot of gay dudes, they'll get kicked out for being gay, kicked out from their parents' homes and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying, for being who they are. I just think there's ways about doing certain things to, you know, one, maintaining your goddamn home, and to the point where you're able to, okay, make money, work, or whatever the case you got to do to get on and do what you have to do.
Right.
Generation now, they don't do that. So there's a lot, I don't know if it's a disconnect with the parents or whatever the case may be. I don't talk about nobody's parents, but this generation now, there's a sense of entitlement that they haven't worked for.
So how do you get to that point? How do you get to that point? Because you're a parent. How would you tell your kids to get to that point of happiness within themselves?
Parents and kids always gonna have, kids gonna know what they want, and parents gonna want you to do what they want you to do. So, as far as like the younger kids and as far as the LGBT, obviously the first thing, make sure that you come out when you're ready, because you hear a lot of social media, you hear a lot of people talking about, I'm gay and proud, stuff like that. There's consequences of coming out. So to me, I'm only saying come out when you're ready. Two, sex is going on in the gay community. Let's be real. So I would suggest, please, for the younger kids to get tested. I know you probably say, well, I don't know where to go. I'm pretty sure you can Google in your city. There's free clinics where you can get tested, because you need to know your status. So you can become our age, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, to me, as far as that, coming out when you're ready, and two, getting tested if you are having sex, because I think that's very important to know your status.
So, okay, so are you equating a level of happiness with sex? I'm confused. I'm
saying, you said what are certain things that can help the younger generation. That's one of the things.
So finding happiness and being happy. Yeah. So that's what you're saying?
Yeah. Maybe I misunderstand the question, because I thought you said what type of advice you get to younger. And
in terms of finding happiness within themselves and being happy.
I really don't understand. Maybe I don't understand the question, because I don't think everybody. The gay shit, y'all. I'm not. Okay.
Are you happy?
I'm definitely happy being gay. And he
answered this question in the last episode. So Chris, help him out.
Yeah.
Okay. I think in order to be happy, I challenge you to think about who are you when you're with your closest friends. When you're by yourself, what type of music do you listen to? What type of things do you find yourself fascinated with, spending your time hours and hours and over, maybe, you know, designing or doing hair or something like that? Think about the things that just totally come to you naturally when you're by yourself, and forget what society has laid out for you, what they want you to be, who they want you to be, because you can only be really good at what comes natural to you. When you wake up in the middle of the night with an idea, that's who you are. No one can tell you that is not, you know, who you should be. So I think working yourself to find yourself in a space that totally accepts that. And to Dontez's point, sometimes you have to, it's a process. Everything happens in seasons. You know, when you're younger, in your parents' house, there may be only so much you can do. And allow yourself to set aspirations for where you eventually want to go. Because what happens with the gay community a lot of times is we want to get that mainstream love from society that we may never get, because we're a small, you know, roughly 10% of the population. That's a fixed number. It's not going to change. So be okay with the fact that whoever is going to receive you is the only people who need to receive you. You don't have to be loved by everybody. Not everybody's going to be your audience. Not everybody's going to respect your opinion, and be okay with that. You know, be able to sleep at night knowing that you are still valid and you are able to touch people's lives and have meaningful friendships and things of that nature on whatever level that is. The more you reinforce that, the more you'll put yourself in situations that invite even more people and you won't feel so alone.
I want to touch back on, or piggyback off of what Dontez said. For those of you that are out there that are positive and are young, you can live to be our age. I don't know if you realize what you said, but you said make it to our age. And there are a lot of individuals that have had HIV for 15, 20 years, and they are now our age or if not older. So,
okay, can I explain?
Go ahead.
Okay, when it comes to particularly black men, we are the last people. Based on statistics, we are the first one to die as far as male, and we are the last one to go into the hospital. So what I mean by that is, by getting tested early can't prevent that. I didn't mean to say if you positive, you're gonna die early. I'm saying because black men, we are naturally don't go to the hospital anyway. We need to get checked up. We need to go to the doctor on a regular basis. Okay. So maybe I said it wrong and I apologize, but what I'm saying is your health is very important. I know a lot of younger generation, because you think you're young, you're gonna stay young, but that's not true. Right. So maybe I need to explain that.
That made more sense.
To build on what Dontez is saying, health is important to your happiness as well. You cannot really achieve happiness on any level if you don't take into account your health. You have to take care of yourself.
That's on the core of this.
Is that what?
So what you gonna say? You gotta say.
Wait, what?
And then they have no decorum. They don't care about. They just out here. I'm nothing. I ain't gonna say it.
They out here. They just. But you know what the thing about it? The younger crowd come here during Gay Pride and see a whole little dream of stripping, flyers, and thinking that's where it ends. And the reality
that almost stopped me from moving to Atlanta.
I can actually believe that too. And the funny thing about it is that the younger crowd are actually looking down on people who's 30 and over.
You know what? Y'all sound like them. I'll be just real honest. Y'all sound like them old folk who say we can't do nothing for the next generation. But I think that you can. You know, they want to be happy, whatever the case is. But like you said, everything is at the fingertips. So to build on that, do not feel pressured by what somebody is, as Levi said, highlighting what's going on in their life to make you feel like you have to be doing this or have to be doing that. Do not let everything that's under your fingertips rule your self-identity. One thing that's taken over even in our generation is when we look for help or we look for resources or support and stuff, we go straight to our fingertips instead of the person right beside us. So I would encourage the generation as well to start trying to find value in paying attention to the person who's talking to you, actually having a conversation with them, seeing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? You online looking for somebody to help you, put your garage together or whatever the case is, and you don't know Dontez got a friend who does, that type of work. If you would just talk to them. So I feel like bringing everything back down to a human level is important to being happy. You know what I'm saying? Happy and humanism are very outside of
receiving the information instead of thinking somebody's saying, receiving the information instead of thinking someone is being against you.
What's one thing, Dre, that you would tell the younger crowd out there that they should not do in today's world and be better on not doing?
Don't listen to anyone who's not established.
All right.
I think always evaluate the person by their questions than by their answers. Sometimes you may have like a family member who will tell you you shouldn't go after your dreams or whatever, you should move around. Think about, have they ever been outside of the state? Have they ever been anywhere in their life? A lot of times people who are going to criticize you and tell you not to do certain things because they haven't seen any success in that in their own life. So always question somebody by their questions and not by their answers.
Interesting. Deandre?
I would say try not to act so fast. I guess sometimes evaluate the situation before, because I know when you're young you have a high temper, so I guess try to think before you do.
I would say inspect the dick before you think about putting it in your mouth. Inspect the dick.
Syphilis is live and well.
Look at it in the light. If you need to look at it in the light, ask the question, when's the last time you got tested? If they hesitate, if they say I don't know, that's a sign. If they're willing to have raw sex on the first time, like the first encounter, that's a sign. Don't take dick up the ass raw. Don't let people nut inside your booty hole raw. Okay.
I mean, that's how they get it in there, bro.
Huh? Okay. You could get many of things from doing many of things, but that's the easiest way to receive any and everything is raw sex and letting people nut up inside you. So do not do that with everybody, and make sure you check credentials. Because that's what I want to tell y'all, because I've seen some of y'all are fast as hell. As hell at a tender age of 18, 19. So yeah. And not to say anything about the old motherfuckers, because the old motherfuckers, which by the way, y'all young bitches, 35 ain't old. I look better than half of my motherfuckers probably watching. So I do want to say that. But at the end of the day, for y'all young bros out there, stop taking raw dick. Yes.
Whew. I love how bold and blunt you are.
Yes, I'm very bold and blunt.
And raw.
Do you let raw dick inside your booty hole?
Well, I don't bottom, so no.
Oh, okay. So you've never had dick in the booty hole and have never let it nut inside you?
Okay. Let's just get back to the original question. And my piece of advice would be to don't ignore the advice of older gay men such as ourselves.
Perfect.
And be willing to listen to us, because we have been there, we've lived it, and we do know what we're talking about in the advice, and everything everyone is saying is spot on, especially the sexual health aspect.
Perfect.
In as much graphic detail as it was.
Hold it blunt, baby, hold it blunt.
Okay, so I'm basically gonna piggyback off of what everybody is saying. So, I mean, I just want the young people to get the message. And mainly what we're all saying is there is no rush into this lifestyle. The lifestyle is going to hit you regardless. When you come out, that's it. There ain't really no going back in. So I understand that with social media the way it is, everything just kind of in your face, in your face, in your face. Social media nowadays, everything's just kind of in your face, and you know, you don't have to be that way. You can still take your time to process what's going on with you, because young men especially, even up to 24, 25, a lot of times our minds are childlike almost. So give your time to mature and grow and not just go after everything you see.
All right.
Come on, bro.
Get a damn job. Stop looking for a sugar daddy, a daddy.
Y'all are so mean.
It's the truth.
For real, I'm 32 years old. I'll be damned if I give any of my money to an 18-year-old. Nigga, you still live at home with your mama. Get a job. Know what it's like to work and earn your own living. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned to the next segment of Culture Club and take a look at these post confessionals. I think they might be a little juicy. All right. If you can hit that record button for me.
Damn, I just got up.
Yeah, I know you are so great.
Be humble. Stand up.
Yeah. Shade.
We good? Boom.
Yes. All right. So, the next question for this next particular segment, is your relationship doomed once you put it on social media? Yes or no?
Not really.
No.
Yes.
No.
Potentially not.
Doom, no. Challenge, yes.
No.
All right. So everybody feels that if they put, I'm with my boo, yay, my baby, yay, picture, it's gonna be good.
It's what you put out there. You give them what you want to give them. You don't give them everything.
So what's acceptable? What's acceptable in your mind?
Just a nice selfie. I mean, if I'm with my dude, it's just, you know, a nice selfie, not them in the bed and I'm grabbing their dick or.
So do you tag your boo and let them know your boo's information?
No, I'll have a picture with him, but I will not tag him in it, because the thing about it is I don't have nothing to hide, but I don't need y'all hitting my dude up.
Right.
You know, with the bullshit.
Right.
That's the thing.
I'm not trying to hide the situation. If I'm in that much of a happy place, and I'm gonna be proud of the person I'm with. So I will be taking as many pictures and posting them as I want.
Will you be tagging?
Probably not, because that's just extra. That's just saying, okay, I want you to know who this is.
Yeah,
I'm
and people start doing they damn
You ain't got to tag them
investigative work on
nowadays. They gonna
Facebook
figure it
and
out.
Instagram.
Why do you think you have to let everybody know your business, who you go with?
Oh, I didn't know.
That's
I'm
not,
not saying-
I'm just not hiding it. And it's just like if you going out, if you got somebody and you know you got a little piece on you, you guys should expect people to come talk to them. If I want somebody,
It's expected.
What if your dude's not out? I'm just curious because I never had that experience.
I'm not.
What if he don't?
I'm not
What
gonna
if he don't have? What if he don't have a social media? What if he doesn't have an Instagram? That's still fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, if I'm in a happy moment right now, and I'm just like, let's take a picture, and he agreed to it, I'm all for it. But then you got them damn boring people who don't have no lives, who try to investigate to find out who the person you're talking to, and then slip in their inbox or etc. trying to.
But that happens on different levels anyway. Like, you can see somebody at the gym, they want, it's a new guy over here, let's find out all we can about him.
Is it important for us to let people know who we're with? Why is that important?
No, I mean, no. I think it's just
It's important to let people know you're with someone. Y'all need to know who it is.
Right.
But you gotta damn sure make sure your dude know. People know I'm with somebody, or I'm with you. So he knows.
Right.
You better be standing.
So y'all be sitting there on vacation somewhere, and y'all having like y'all just skydive, and y'all on the beach laying there. It's like, I don't want to take this picture because it might get leaked on social media. Fuck that.
Go ahead,
I think it's important to know who is following you again. Some people have accounts where they have been single for the longest time, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they made their claim to fame. And then all of a sudden they want to bring a relationship in there, and their followers are not for that. Now, if you've always been in a relationship and they get that or whatever, there's two great Instagram accounts. I say great because they give you the best of both worlds. They, I don't know if I can shout them out. I'm gonna shout them out. Janelle and Tyrone. They, is his name Tyrone? Yeah. So they're in a relationship, but then they be all, showing everything as well too, but they have that understanding, you know what I'm saying? So that works for them. And I think sometimes we have to look at our audience and be able to say, have they always seen us in this light? Are they respectful to us in that light? And sometimes we kind of throw people to the sharks, or we throw our relationship to the wolves, to the sharks. And then you have people in there who are like really spiteful. But I also wonder sometimes, why do we post certain pictures of the person that we're with? Because sometimes it seems like you just trying to show that you with somebody. Some people look like they just showing it, like times where you're just watching TV and stuff like that. I feel like, me personally, I feel like if there's like celebratory moments, where it's just like you really want to acknowledge them and show them in a respectful way, like they really did something for you. You really want to showcase them in a positive way. I feel like that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like when I give my friends a birthday shout out, and I'm just like, it's so and so's birthday, and I write a whole thing. I want everybody to know, that how great they are in this moment. But I think when it's just like a whole bunch of just random pictures, I start to wonder myself, is everything okay?
I think it starts to be like, this is one of the times where we give social media way too much power. If it's dictating that much in your life, you shouldn't even be on social media.
And I don't think that
you just shouldn't.
Do social media.
It's doing it's controlling way too much from you.
David, I get that, but to the point of the question, when you put your boo online, sometimes it does come across as people are trying to like showcase that person.
Why would you care how it comes across to other people
or need validation?
I don't personally care.
So what's the problem?
The problem is, why do you feel the need to put them out there? That is the problem. Why do you put
It's not about putting them out there. It's about doing what you want to do.
So I'm gonna fuck it. I don't care. Bitch, this my man.
Okay,
so when you come around and you see him, bitch, that's my man.
Okay,
that's my man. We got a problem.
Yeah, we take everything on face value though. That's fine. We can say, yeah, I can post a picture, but why? What are the consequences? Let's talk beneath. Like, what are the consequences to me doing that? Am I going to be willing to respond to all these DMs? Am I going to respond to all of these comments?
That same thing could happen to you in a more direct way walking down the street. These niggas out here don't care in Atlanta.
And if you got a relationship,
it
makes
worse.
it better. It makes it makes the hunt more. If you're in a relationship or if you're dating somebody, it makes them want you more for some odd reason.
Is that a good thing?
And then you got all these open relationships.
It's not good, but it's just the way. It's just the way it is. It's reality.
I will say that.
But the people going down the street, I'm sorry, but people going down the street, they're gone and they're gone. But when people comment, you go over to their page and this and that, and you have all this information and stuff. And I feel like it may, if you're having a bad day in your relationship, it could tempt that person who you're in a relationship with to go figure out why is this person always putting eggplant comments under your picture.
Well, if it's tempting you, then you definitely don't need to be with me, because that's like, you're being tempted by an idea of somebody. You haven't even met that person in real life.
I'll say it's not even so much about the people on social media. If you, my dude, and we have a clear understanding of what the hell both of our roles are on social media, and if you use it to promote your business, I use it to promote my business, that's all we take from it. If somebody dropping an eggplant under yours, I hope you just ignoring it. If somebody dropping one under mine, I'm just going to ignore it. If somebody's sending you a DM requesting that you show them this and show them this, I'm hoping that you delete and block, just as I will do the same, delete and block, because you're not going to take anything from this relationship, this bond that we're building. But if you're talking about you're going to pay $24.99 for a shirt, where can I mail it at? Where can you mail it to? That's all we need to be talking about. So social media is something you can control. You can control social media. Don't let the shit control you. You're in a relationship. Don't let it control your relationship. If you're with a weak-minded person and a weak-willed person, then maybe you need to go ahead on and move on to another person who has a little bit more, what is it called? Because I can't find a word right now. Yeah, willpower.
That's so interesting that y'all said that, though, because some of the same people who responded earlier about to having a temper or somebody being able to antagonize them, or who they respond to, or what they're able to control, but based on what people say to you or how they're able to irritate you, don't seem to have the same threshold for what they're able to not let affect and irritate them in that same way that the comments and the people who are touching on your relationship may make you react and respond to.
You calling somebody out?
No, I'm not calling anybody out. He's checking logic. I'm just checking
I think that is controlling the situation, though. You're controlling what you're going to allow yourself to get upset about. Okay, dude hit me up. Oh, I want to. Okay, you know what? Boop, delete, block,
and call it a day.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Because first of all, we can't be shocked or surprised if people hit us up requesting that and saying that if what we show is what we show. So no surprise or whatever. But at the same time, if you are in a relationship and you decide to showcase your relationship, be prepared for it. And also be aware of what you're going to do when you do receive it, and have that open communication with the person that you're with. Me personally, I'm not showcasing my dude on Instagram for the simple fact that I don't want to have to fuck nobody up for trying to holler at my dude, especially on that extreme negative tip. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like you said, some of these motherfuckers out here, they be a little bit too, yeah. It could be within your media circle, and you post something up, be like, oh, okay, so Wesley, oh, okay, so, oh, he coming to the party? Okay, cool, well, yeah, so, you know, I saw you up on Instagram, da-da-da, what's your name? Oh, you're the new guy. Well, you know, I think you're hot, da-da-da. It's like, it's welcoming that kind of attention, and quite frankly,
will wait till you leave to go to the bathroom and come and talk to them.
Yeah, but I just, and that's what I feel what y'all are saying. I completely feel what y'all are saying. I do. But, and I feel that I don't even want to deal with any of that, because if I'm gonna allow you to get me to that point, we're gonna have problems, because I know my attitude and I will fuck your face up. We're gonna have problems. So I'm gonna save your life and not post me and my dude up on here, so I don't have to worry about dealing with the consequences. And that's just my mindset.
What if your dude wants to be publicly known, but you don't want to do it? You don't want to be publicly known. How would you handle that situation?
That would be another, like I said, me personally, I wouldn't want to do it. But if that's something that my guy is like, you know, he likes and he likes the attention, I'm going to ask him, why do you require that attention? Okay. What is the reasoning behind that? Because you have me, and that's all the attention that you really need. If we're dealing with two people.
If Curtis can get it, why can't Taboo get it?
What do you mean?
Oh,
yeah, well, I don't know. That's not shade.
Curtis
That's not shade because Curtis is very popular and Curtis is out there and that is it. But I'm not. Me and my dude are not going to be out there. Going to be showing Curtis like what?
I have a question for everybody though.
No. Direct it back to me. Let's get this out. Let's get this out. What are you trying to say? I'm confused.
Well,
we don't even know. You don't even know. So he mentioned that to say what? I don't know. But go ahead.
I guess. Okay.
I guess.
Basically, you were saying why did he get the shine but not your boo?
No, but you're missing the whole point of the point is
Stepper.
no, because I can handle myself with all the attention that Curtis gets. Now, where it comes into play is what kind of attention that you're gonna disrespect me with showing the person that I'm with. I can handle all day long. I've been on social media for a long ass fucking time before Instagram was even on. I can handle me by myself.
So you don't think you false advertising, you showing Curtis, but even though you're in a relationship, you don't think people like, oh, he could.
No, so then the question needs to change. No, the question needs to change. I think what y'all are trying to ask me is if I'm in a relationship, will I still continue to promote Curtis? Okay. The answer to that is if my boy has a problem with me doing that, then I won't do that. That's just.
Why wouldn't he have a problem with you doing that?
Why would he?
What?
Answer the same question. Why would he?
You should
only no
to the world.
No, to piggyback off of what y'all been saying on this side of the table, you should only have a problem with it if you actually give a fuck. And if you think that I'm going to be cheating on you or entertaining these conversations, like he said, eggplant. Okay. I post a picture of Curtis. Then I get an eggplant under that comment. If I'm trying to figure out who sent me this eggplant and I'm DMing him now,
if you're researching that person,
then that's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, can I step in here because I haven't said anything the whole fucking time?
Come on, flip that here.
Okay, just to make it clear, because it took me a second to figure out what the fuck was going on, but Curtis is Wesley's penis.
Like this.
Yeah, I didn't really. I was about to say.
Curtis is his dick.
So now that you know, do you feel like that?
Which Wes likes to post on, I mean, at least in inside underwear on his Instagram story quite frequently. So I feel like if you are in a relationship with someone, why in the world would you be flashing?
Thank you.
Why would you be flashing Curtis out to the world?
What's the?
No, that's not. See, y'all are lost in the sauce. Am I speaking Spanish again on this episode?
If Curtis been out the damn box and you met Curtis via social media and he was out the box then, and now y'all together and Curtis remains out the box. First of all, you met him out the box. So why are you trying to put him back in? Because that's the problem.
Curtis is a dick, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know Curtis is. Out the drawers, out the box, whatever the case may be, you know. If this man, if I've been posting or if I've been modeling nude for 5 years and I get in a relationship with someone who don't like it,
right,
and don't like me to post it, first of all, you're not affecting my income, and this relationship is new. Bye.
Thank you. You equate modeling nude and getting income to showing your print.
Right.
Just you ain't no print model.
No, it's a print. I wouldn't get mad about a print. If that's what I'm saying is, if that's what he's been doing prior to us dating, and I know him to do that, and I know him to post that, and I know him, and how he reacts to the comments or the DMs or whatever the case may be, by all means, baby, go ahead, keep posting your dick.
I just,
I feel like it needs to be certain changes. No. There needs to be certain changes. Well, for me, there needs to be certain changes, certain parameters. If I decide you're gonna be my dude now, it's way different than
print.
So this is what I will say.
I don't know.
Today, in today's world, hold on one second. In today's world, I'm finding out that people dictate who you are and prejudge your character based on your Instagram. I have met this one guy, beautiful, phenomenal, sexy, model looking kind of dude. Met him, he immediately said, "What's your Instagram?" I said, "Oh Lord, here we go." And I told him, I said, "Don't judge me off my Instagram because I know how minds can work nowadays." And he said, "No judgment, no judgment." We have had 3 conversations now where he has told me, Wesley, I don't think you are ready for a relationship and that you're looking for a relationship based on your Instagram. And my question to him is, how the fuck can you even say that? I just don't get that. And so what I'm hearing is that a lot of us are putting a lot of weight on what we do on our Instagram to determine whether or not our relationship will last. And just because I post Curtis on motherfucking Instagram, don't mean that half the motherfuckers know who Curtis look like. Don't mean that you can look at me all day long, Olivia. Olivia's back behind the camera. Don't mean that y'all know what Curtis look like. Don't mean that y'all even gonna get to taste Curtis, see Curtis, have Curtis in your ass. Just because I post that. So don't think just because I post something on Instagram that means I'm slutting and fucking and using Curtis all day long. Because it's not.
You're still pulling in. You're still pulling in.
Why are you doing it?
Why would we bring someone we're in a relationship with into a space that is non-relationship oriented? Because that is the issue that I'm saying. When you have to look at the nature of your followers, who's following you? Are you inviting them into a space that's not even a place that you want your own person who you're in a relationship with to even look and discern and find meaning in that? If you don't want to put them in that space, don't have them in that space, because that's not for them. If you want them to separate that from their mind, I don't want them to look at that as weight, then don't put them in the same space.
So let me ask you, because you show your cakes on your Instagram quite often. So if you start talking to somebody that is like, I don't want you to show your cakes on the Instagram anymore, are you taking all those 75,000 posts down?
Well, you can go to my Instagram right now at the 24th of June, and you can let me know if you see any of my cakes, because anything that is posted is from any photo shoot that I have done. And
what does that matter? I still see your cake.
Yes or no answer.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I get it. That's more acting, more paid gigs.
Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. No, that's.
It's like he said he was a new model.
It's so interesting how gay men. It's so interesting how gay men can pick and nitpick and say this and say that. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. We are all gay up on this motherfucker in front of this camera right now, and we have to deal with oppression every day of our lives. So now we're gonna sit here and tell somebody, oh, if you're not a model, you can't have your booty silhouette on an Instagram, but if that was a photo shoot, it's okay. Fuck out of here. Like,
it is a difference though.
No,
I think it's a difference.
The difference to me is
that is crazy.
That is so
no. The difference to me is why are you doing it? I'm not saying that you are automatically wrong for doing it, but if you just say that, well, I just did it just because I'm free. And
why can't I do it?
Why? What's your motivation?
Why can't I do it? Because I like the way that I look. Why that's the reason. Why can't it be okay? Because this is a lot of reason why people do their body pics nowadays. I used to be obese. Now I'm not. I look good. My body is snatched. I go to the gym all the fucking time. I'm not trying to be no model. I'm not trying to work for Calvin Klein. But I like the way my fucking ass looks in the silhouette. Why can't I just do that because I want
that
to
needs to be communicated though.
That is crazy.
That's a bridge that needs to be.
There's nothing wrong with you doing that. You just have to be able to accept the space that you created and accept the consequences that come with that.
And the responses.
That's it.
The response is gonna be a different.
I can't tell nobody to overlook certain things. If it is there, it's there. I can delete it. Whatever, if that's the case, if I feel like I want to bring my Instagram to a different place or I want to rebrand myself, whatever the case is. But if it is there, it's there for a reason. And I can't tell anyone to be comfortable with it being there if I'm not comfortable with them feeling. To
all my people that have Instagrams and to all my people that are very risque on your Instagrams, fuck what anybody thinks about what you post on your fucking Instagram. Regardless,
including the person you're in a relationship with.
Including the person you're in a relationship with, if they do not have a problem with it. If they do not have a problem with it. Here's what I'll say. Just because you post a book of you, just because you post something on Instagram of you reading a book and you have some OJ or a Moscato on the side, does not make you any better than me or worthy of being in a relationship just because I have a Curtis print on the fucking Instagram. Stop looking at my Instagram and judging me thinking that you know who the fuck I am because you don't.
Somebody just sent you that message or something?
I'm just saying.
Oh, all right.
That's for everybody out there.
I would say this. I would say that it is to me a difference between seeing him in a photo shoot versus seeing somebody showing it. To me, I probably would come at him more vocal. horrible way versus seeing him got his more.
Terrible.
It's the same way. Like when you say strippers and shit like that.
That's terrible.
So is that the same way? What I'm saying is a different response based on the type of picture.
What if the person have confidence? Maybe I'm confident in my body. I like taking.
Listen, what I'm saying.
All I'm saying I like taking selfies, and I like feeling good in my own goddamn skin.
Right.
My 33 was a goddamn depressing ass state. If I'm there one night and I feel thick and good, you damn right I'm gonna tell you. And if they have a problem with it, then that's on them. That's not like they get.
That's all I'm saying. If don't get mad if I see your ass out and I come at you like, oh, let me fuck. Don't get mad versus I see somebody.
Let me finish.
Versus seeing Chris in a photo shoot and doing a model, then his response gonna be different. It's artistic versus seeing you. It's more of a whole. It's real.
So me laying on the bed taking a selfie just like this with my ass poking out.
I'm not saying it's wrong with it, but I'm saying the response gonna be different. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong to do whatever you want to do, but I'm saying don't get mad if the response is different with the stuff you do. That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Because even under some of the pictures that I have modeled where I'm like implied nude, I get the same shit, you know. Oh, when we gonna fuck? Oh, when you gonna let me eat that? I'm like, excuse me? Right. I'm like, what make you think that's who I am? So it doesn't matter whether you... I said the same thing. All right. Okay. Who has any friends that do porn? Now, that person that you see getting fucked or fucking on a damn video, is that the same person you see every day? No. Is that the same? Is his personality the same? No. Is he going out every time he go out looking for dick or looking for ass?
Actually, no.
Same thing.
So let me get this straight. So basically, what y'all saying is somebody has an interest in you. They like you. They see your Instagram. Y'all have an mutual interest back. They say, hey, what's up with these pictures? It's like, you would curse them out or go off.
I wouldn't curse them out. We would come to a level of understanding. And
that's all I'm saying. No. What's the reason? Like, what if you have a whole background story? But some motherfuckers like, oh, I just like showing.
This is my thing. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, they have to be able to accept what I do. If I'm going to model and I'll be in swimwear someday, if you don't like that, then you don't be with me. I've done series, they have sex scenes in them. If you don't like that, don't be with me. But what I'm not going to do is try to sit here and tell somebody to not take into account this or take into account that, whatever it is. Take me for all I am and everything that I do, and I'm not going to change.
But what's wrong with having the conversation, be able to explain yourself and to the point that the person be like, oh, okay, I can either rock with that or...
What do I have to explain? I feel like I shouldn't...
What's wrong? If you like the person that much, we talking about, you know, potential partners and stuff like that. They gonna have to, you know, receive all that attention.
If somebody asks me a question and they're like, can you explain this? And I can explain it in a way that they're able to receive it, sure. But if I'm trying to explain something to somebody and they're like, well, I don't buy it, then I'm just like, well, okay, then. You know what I'm saying?
If you met me off my Instagram, don't ask me no fucking questions. Don't ask me questions. If that's how you met me, don't ask me questions. If you don't know anything about my social media and you just getting to know me and I'm out there, I'm what you would call a socialite to some degree, then yeah, I can understand why you asking me questions.
And don't ask me to delete my shit either.
I just think there's too many people on that using that platform of social media that do some of the things that we do, whether it's modeling, acting, or whatever. They use social media as that platform to get their business out there. To your body, my body is my business. So I'm gonna post in my drawers. I don't care if I'm in a dude with someone or not. But there's also those people that do that, but they out here fucking and sucking every time they can have themselves. So don't get me confused with that person, because that's not me. And not that every time.
If you have a conversation, there's no reason to be confused about
that person.
Listen, because you can be posting that picture with fully clothed and reading your book or doing a lawn. Exactly. You just got slutted out 2 hours ago by 15
And you know what?
people.
That's the person in your inbox, in your DMs talking about, damn, when we gonna link up. Bitch, you go ahead and continue reading that book and sipping your tea or whatever it is you're sipping. Because I worry about...
And my whole point about all of this is that you may not be that person, but a lot of your followers are. People tout that number all day. and they say, well, I've got this many subscribers, or I have this many followers, or whatever, but those people are there for particularly one thing. That's it.
And you know what? That's fine. Because at the end of the day, you know who's gonna be hitting me up? Motherfucking sponsorships like, oh, he got a lot of followers. This person gonna be hitting me, oh, we need to get him, he got followers. That person, I don't give a fuck if I was out there fucking just shaking my ass for 2 seconds. My followers is gonna get more savvy now.
That's your reason.
They want to know if they're active followers. And they putting promo codes on your stuff to see if they're actually buying your stuff. They want to have active followers. People are catching on to the numbers game.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Culture Club. Thank you guys for tuning in to Culture Club. This is a very interesting episode. Please follow, subscribe, follow all these people on their Instagram platforms. Support. If you are in Atlanta, maybe you could come on. Maybe you could be a part of the live audience. We do want to start doing things live, and we do want to progress to TV. I don't know if everyone's ready for that, but I would love to progress to TV, so definitely support and share this video. Love you.
Peach emojis need love too.
Emojis.
All right, can we